Hey guys, Sunday morning here, and I just got a question for you. What's grooming you? What's in, what in your life is making you who you are today? What is influencing your day? What are you doing today? Are you getting ready for church? It's Sunday morning here where I'm at, or whether it's Monday morning, Tuesday morning, or any day that ends in Y. What is influencing your day? What's starting your day off? How are you spending your day, your time, and the resources of which God has given you, the talents God has given you? Are you being a good steward of what God has given you? Daniel 1, start reading Daniel 1, and basically King Nebuchadnezzar, but we'll call him King Neb because it's easier to say, has just taken over and basically under siege, as far as I can tell, the way it reads. And so he is now he becomes the king of, Babylon, Judea. And, so as he does this, he then tells one of his peoples to go find him some very talented, smart guys from the Israelites, and because he wants to bring them up and he wants to groom them. And then he starts basically giving them wine, all the kind of royalties, if you will, of food that he would have had. So he's trying to groom these people and give them the knowledge of his world. He even prior to that, takes the vessel of God, and then kind of brings it and puts it in with his lowercase gods, the gods. And so we know King Nebi here is worshiping many gods, and so he doesn't know who the real God is. But his plan is to then take and teach these guys the ways, his thinking or the thinking of his people. And so he brings in these Israelite boys, these kids, these guys, and basically this is where Daniel says no, right? He digs his heels in right here, then and there. And I'm gonna keep doing this little series on Daniel. So watch. Keep watching these videos. I'm gonna actually if you go on YouTube, you're gonna see this whole video at some point here. But because I think this is really paramount in what we're doing. But what is grooming you? Is the news grooming you? Are your relationships grooming you? Are you being enticed by the dark side, your flesh? What is making you who you are? Because the truth is this: you need to be more like I need to be like Daniel. I need to dig my heels in and say, no, this is my God. This is the God that I worship. This is what I'm all about. And I get my truth. My truth comes from the Word of God, the Bible. It doesn't come from Fox News, ABC News, MSNBC. It doesn't come from even the people in our lives that mean well or have good intentions. The truth comes from the Word of God. This is how we know who we are. And we come to that right relationship with Jesus Christ, and then we find out what talents He gave us. As we find out, Daniel ends up interpreting this dream, and ends up really in the favor of the king. And as the story goes on, I'm going to tell you more about it because I love kind of how this story goes on. But right now, I'm going to ask you the question: do you know what is grooming you? What makes you who you are as the world sees you? Okay, so that is so important that we know where our truth is coming from. That I am becoming the man God's called me to be. That my truth comes from the Word of God. And that is what grooms me into who I am supposed to be in Him, not in the world. Not like Nebuchadnezzar was trying to do to Daniel and his three friends. Like he's trying to make them like him. And there's a powerful message in this thing. There's a powerful message about what Daniel's testimony or his zeal for the real God, and then the signs and wonders that King Nebi sees. So it's not always about what we're getting from the situation. Maybe I'm telling you get to church and maybe you feel like I've already heard the messages. I've heard it all and none of it sounds new to me. None of it sounds fresh. Stop worrying about what you're getting out of it. Okay? Stop worrying about, what you might see today, and start thinking about what you bring to the situation. Maybe there's somebody at church that needs to hear your testimony. Maybe there's somebody at church that needs to just, maybe you're an electrician and they need their lights changed, and it gives you an opportunity to go bless them. Maybe they need a generator installed. Maybe they need some plumbing work, and you've got the skill set to do that. What do you bring to the table? What has God given you talents for? What is so are and now are we using those talents for His goodness, for His kingdom, or are we being groomed by whatever influences in our lives that are not of God. Hey, listen, hope you guys like what I had to say. Have a blessed day. And most importantly, is keep the faith today. Let's put the gospel shoes of peace on today. Let's yoke ourselves with Jesus Christ today. Let's put the breastplate of righteousness. Let's keep it on. Don't ever take that bad boy off. Keep that on. Take it up. Put it on and leave it on. Put the helmet of salvation. Take it up. Put it on and leave it on. That's, we need to pick up the shield of faith, though, to ward off and defend ourselves from the fiery darts. The fiery darts at which to get us. That fire dart, that first fire dart, you know what Satan's trying to do with that? He's trying to get the carriage burning, so to speak. Once he gets it burning, then they don't need any more fiery darts. They just need darts, and they're going to get you, and they're going to pierce you right in your heart. So you got to take up the shield. That you do every single day. Get up, take up the shield, defend yourself from the fiery darts. Hey, y'all, listen, have a good Sunday. Get yourselves to church. Find yourselves a fellowship group. Let's get together. Let's hang out. Let's be men of God. Let's be women of God, and let's find ways to come into each other's lives. What is grooming you? That's my question to you. Y'all keep the faith.